feels so silly. I don't know why. But I've already wasted enough time today. Well, let me put in some work on this stage a bit. I don't even know if I'm gonna play anything after. I've been on Overwatch damn near last couple of hours. I don't know how people could play ranked in that game. I don't understand it. People are annoying. People are so... You take this shit way too seriously. I think. So, as I remember from last time, I just kind of want to populate what is seen. So maybe not the backs of these storefronts, but like if I were to look at it like from this angle, maybe I'll put like something here. This all could be done if I just added, I need to, I'm all over the place. Just populate the street. Like the street could use some stuff. The street could use some stuff. The buildings could have like some pieces on them. But this looks fairly decent for now. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any sort of like dining assets. Oh wait, hold up. Where are the meshes? Okay, I might be able to work with this. Hey, modern problems really do have modern solutions. I know it started off as like a joke, but low key. So from what I remember from last time I booted up Unreal, what am I looking for? I was trying to make some little diner situation, and it just so happened that as I was just kind of tinkering with this, it just kind of worked out this way. I don't even know. I know I remember saying something like I should probably look into some kind of architecture class. I wouldn't even know where. I wouldn't even know where to start. That's something I can go to like a local. Okay, that's way too fast. Like a local community college for? All right. We can do like a either or type of thing. I remember there was this restaurant in Burbank that I used to go to every time I'd hang out with my friends that used to be here. That kind of has some sort of outdoor seating arrangement. I'm trying to copy something like that. Hold on. I need my little mannequin guy for scale. Oh no. There we go. Google told me, and Google wouldn't lie to me, that the mannequin guy is about 6 feet tall. He's about 6 feet tall. So it's about how tall I am. So that kind of works out. Okay. I think for the most part, most tables come up to about my waist. A little bit. Table round. Can I adjust this? Aha! Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Before I go around switching stuff, because again, I'm no texture guy. I don't know anything about materials, but I do know how to make it work. LERP. It's one of those terms that I would say learn, but I feel like I've heard that term used in so many different contexts. I'm not really sure what the right context would be. See if the store's colors is like you do like a fake brown type of thing, like a fake wood. Okay, hold on. Let me cook. Hold on, let me cook. I might be on something with this. Okay. That looks more like just like a wooden table. Not to toot my own horn, but fucking toot, nigga. Fucking toot. One of those. Let's. The places that I'm thinking of in and around the Burbank, LA area usually have like a metal chair aesthetic type of thing. So maybe we'll just stick with that. Like a cobalt type of thing. not it. Well, I mean, cobalt could be like this, but I want more like a silver. Yeah. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Now, do I want to wait, what? There's a whole nother one up here. Okay, nice. So the seat, the base. Huh? Where? Where's the base at? Well, let's see. Hey, wait. Hold on. I might be on something. That's not right. Note to self, controls. Okay, here we go. I guess I could leave this like this. Maybe, okay. And then maybe make this a little. I might have stumbled on. Okay, hold on. This could work. I love this song. It repeats a little too often. It's my shit though. Yeah, here we go. That's not bad. Look at me. I might actually be a little guy after all. No, that's not it. You know, like a wide load coming through, you know what I'm saying? Now I wish I had like a more regular looking chair. But honestly, we just gonna have to work with it because the kid is. What is this? Oh, that's a rock, all right. I know just where I'm gonna put that. Watch out, little bro. I haven't really even been on social media like that. I don't even have like an intermediate topic to fill the silence with, you know? Like yesterday, the whole big thing that everybody was talking about, which what I would have been yapping about if I was kind of here by myself, but then a friend of mine joined me, so we kind of messing around there. That was fun. But the thing yesterday, like the big news yesterday, these aren't really big enough for. Hold up. Was GTA. Everybody was talking about GTA. It's not bad. That looks a little more believable. Like a little brunch table type of thing. A little brunch. But the thing yesterday was GTA. That just dropped a price for everything. I believe the pre-orders are up and running right now as of today. Honestly, I think the pre-orders, as funny as it sounds, since you're not really pre-ordering anything physical, but the pre-orders are sold out. They are sold out, which is crazy to think about. Well, I guess in hindsight, it's not that crazy. It is GTA after all. Like me personally, I'm not interested. I've never really been a GTA person. Be it that I didn't grow up with GTA or whoa, the heck was that about? Whoa! I don't know why that happened. I don't know why it works like that. Let's do this right here. And maybe have them be caddy corner. But yeah, the thing about GTA is I was never really somebody that cared about it too much. I know GTA 5 came out in like high school, which was fine in a sense. It's just I remember GTA having the whole "what's up my N-word" type of thing, which that joke got old very fast. Which it would have been fine. It's just I went to a pretty Hispanic high school, so it's not like I was the only black guy there, but it was predominantly Hispanic. So maybe like the population was maybe 20% black people, 25% black people. It was still South Fort Worth. It wasn't like South Fort Worth where you get to Dunbar and I think O.D. Wyatt is South Fort Worth, technically. I don't know. I've actually never been to O.D. Wyatt. I've never been to O.D. Wyatt, but it's funny that at least when I was in school, it was like the stigma was that O.D. Wyatt was like if your school was, nobody's school was like perfect or anything, but O.D. Wyatt was like exceptionally like the butt of all the jokes for whatever reason. The butt of all the jokes. I don't know anybody that went to O.D. Wyatt. I wasn't really like that type of social butterfly, so I pretty much knew people who went to my school and like a handful of people that went to Arlington Heights because I went to middle school with them. But other than that, it was like I knew. Nope, I can't even say I knew a couple people that went to Pascal. I knew people that came from Pascal. There was a couple of Pascal kids that transferred over to South Hills when I was there. Cool people. Real cool people. What the hell? I didn't even notice. Friendship is such a funny thing sometimes. You know, it's in my little simple black and white head, it's like as long as I'm aware, unless I'm like told otherwise, that's like Eddie, actually that person secretly hates you. And he's never once say it because they hate you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would consider myself still friends with pretty much everybody I went to school with. Even though I haven't talked to most, if not all of them, since high school. If you ask me, I'm like, yeah, we're still friends. So I'll probably categorize you as like a friend of mine from high school. You know, not really like oh yeah, that was a person I met once before. Like, no, that's a friend of mine from high school. Like that, if there's somebody I should be, if a reason I should, you know, I don't think I have any enemies from high school. That'd be interesting. Let's actually move this over here. That would be interesting. I feel like I am not I'm not social enough to have enemies. I'm not social enough to have enemies, nor do I care enough to have enemies. Like I guess prime example I was playing Overwatch a second ago because I was gaslit into playing competitive, even though we can't even play competitive together. So it's like I'm doing all this for nothing. But now I gotta prove a point because niggas think I'm not good enough. But it's like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta prove a point now. So now I'm on this little competitive grind for like the rest of the season. And so it's funny because I never really played my placements in Overwatch ever, minus maybe last season because I was gaslit again to play competitive, just to prove a point. But it's cool. That being said, I'm down here with like silver and gold players, right? And it's funny because before I get to like the big kicker is, one, yes, we're silver and gold players, so it's like, dog, relax. Like it's not that serious. Two, it's a video game, as if you didn't know that already. It's a video game, so it's double not that serious. Trace, none of us are getting money out of this. At least as far as I'm aware, nobody's getting money out of this, so no real reason to take it uber seriously. Like when I'm playing competitive, like, yeah, I want to win just like everybody else, but at the same time, it's like if I lose, it's like, oh, dang it. And then we move on to the next game. It just so happened, I don't know if it's Overwatch specifically or if it's just, the toxic nature of team-based shooters, which is probably true because, Rivals is also fairly toxic. But this guy, I think he was playing DPS. I was tank because I usually, if I ever do play Overwatch, I kill for all roles. I can really play all roles. It's not really that big of a deal. But this nigga, I don't know why, cause I genuinely don't know why you take the game so seriously, was so bent out of shape about our healers. Mind you, our healers weren't doing bad. We're all silver gold players, so I'd argue the healers are probably fairly novice to intermediate to the game. Probably like about myself, I'd say I'm an aggressive casual. I'm probably like a intermediate to expert player. I would only call myself an expert because I understand the game and I've played it for so long, literally since 2016. Which that's a whole different question. Like, what about this game really sold me? I could not answer that question for you. All that to say, this guy was really getting bent out of shape about our healers, whether it was because he kept dying or if it was, I don't like that, he kept dying or if it looked like we were losing. Spoiler alert, we won the game. We ended up winning the game. So it makes it even funnier that you are so bent out of shape about what you perceived as the healers not doing their job. And it's like, nigga, just relax. My thing is, I only bring that up because in terms of like, do I have enemies and stuff? But it's like, if this was like a real restaurant, you would probably come out here, then you can do that. But it's like, I don't think I have any enemies. In high school, I wasn't really a social butterfly. Honestly, in high school, I kept to myself. I had a handful of friends. I played tennis, so, I was cool with those guys. But I can't think of anybody who would really have it out for me. Which is why I'd say, if we were friends in high school, nigga, we still friends now. I know like nobody really uses Facebook anymore, but low key, all these people that I have on Facebook, yeah, we still cool. Like if you ask me, you know, if I just got like a random text message from somebody I met in middle school that I friended on the social medias, yeah, we still cool. You know, you'll hit me up and say, "Hey Eddie, what's going on?" Actually, that happened a lot. Um, when Call of Duty, when the Call of Duty I worked on came out, and I had posted that I worked on it and all that, and all types of people, you know, all types of congratulations was coming out of nowhere. And to me, I was like, "Oh shit, appreciate it, big dog. Haven't heard from you in a minute. Hope you're doing good." It was a lot of those messages going around. Which, in hindsight, it's like, it sounds like not as thrilling as I've described it. But that's really my mentality. Honestly, same thing for... Actually, that's a little too big. Same thing for college. If I considered you a friend in college, like, we still friends. Like, it's too late. Like, we locked in, brother. Unless, like, you've, like, offended me somehow. Which, to be quite honest, if you could genuinely offend me, that's talent. Because I don't really take anything seriously enough to be offended. Like, the only reason I responded to the rage bait to play competitive in Overwatch is because it's fun. Competition is fun. If it get toxic, it's like, okay, dog, you gotta relax. But competition is fun. Hell, back in college, me and my friends used to play Mario Party. It was like a bi-weekly type of thing. We go over to somebody's room, and because she had a Nintendo. Wait. Yeah, she had a Wii. She had a Wii in her room. And so it'd be like me, her, and then one of our friends, and then he invited a fourth person. And we just game. We game. We talk shit. I mean, obviously, we talk shit. Everybody competitive. Everybody trying to win. We'd all like pitch in for food and all that because, you know, again, we are college students, so, you know, we can't be doing too much. But, you know, we could all pitch in for, like, you know, a couple of drinks, some glass sodas, something like that, a little something slight. But, you know, we all talk shit. It's the nature of it all. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. I mean, I wouldn't look at you funny if you didn't talk shit, but I'd be like, it's okay to throw it's okay to throw a couple of friendly insults out at somebody, man. I should have put this little statue on there first. Trying to think. This actually don't look bad. Although I feel like it should have some flooring to it, some sort of custom floor type of thing. Just to differentiate itself from, see, like this one. Honestly, what this is supposed to be, it's anybody's guess. In my head, I was thinking it could be like the storefront for like a Radio Shack or something. That being said, I haven't seen a Radio Shack in a long time, and I think this shows that it's like, hey, what do you think a Radio Shack looked like? I'm like, okay, hold on, not too much. But like, you're not really supposed to see the back. It's just the illusion of there's something back here. I'll add on to it, but like, you know, it's just the illusion. So, let's see. How big is the statue? Is it supposed to be clear like this? Yeah, I don't know if I have any enemies. That would be a fun thought, though. Because then I'm just thinking, what could I have said to have offended you? Because there's no way that I talked to you long enough that you felt offended, right? Like, there's no way. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like I could put a table here. That too crowded? I mean, let's do a little research. How crowded does outdoor seating usually look? It's actually a lot of space. Then again, I gotta work with what I got. Like, to work with what I got. Yeah, see, this one has like a little pathway. Actually, let's use a little mannequin. But if I were to do this, how much space are we working with? I feel like that would cut into all the space. Maybe I should push the chairs in. Wow, that makes a huge difference. That does make a huge difference. I think I'm overthinking it. Give me the statue. This is annoying. Am I high or something? What the heck's going on? Let me get the statue. It'd be nice if I could manipulate the mannequin to like in a sit down position. I mean, I probably could. It would just take a second. Have to look up what that looks like, you know. Okay. So this has the chairs pushed in. Yeah, that makes more sense. maybe. Oh, hold up. We do like a big U shape. Let's see. No, that's a bit tight. So no, that makes sense. Let's rotate these to make it go a little bit less copy pasty. Although it's like it's a big circle, so. Okay, actually kind of works out. Okay. Oh yeah. I should have ate some lunch before I did this. I'm starving. That's not too bad. What is this? A corner frame, huh? Oh, a shelf. That could be useful. Let's see. Be a little decorative, you know what I'm saying? Like I said last time, a lot of this is just kind of winging it off the dome, just thinking, hey, that looks good. Hey, that looks good too. Let's just do that now. Does not look half bad. Not bad at all, I say. Rock, eh? So leave that alone. Let's see. Whoa. Do not scare me like that. This does not look structurally sound. Nah. It'd probably make more sense to put it back here. Oh, excuse me. Oh. That ain't right. That doesn't really matter. Let's just do this. Again, I'm pretty sure this is gibberish, but I really hope I'm not secretly offending anybody. Really hope not offend anybody. Try to brain fart for a second. Oh, does Denny show its... I do show its title more than once. I knew it. We know what angle you come to the store at. Oh, wait. There we go. think that's. Well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I didn't even go on my little field trip that I said I was gonna go on last time. What am I gonna do about these edges? Can I do that? Import your panoramic or HDR texture, assign it as an unlit material, and apply it to an inverted sphere that encompasses your level. Oh, sitting in this chair for so long.
In today's video, what I'm going over is showing you how to create and set up your own custom skybox, as you can see on screen here. So this one's obviously got a massive line down the middle there. That's purely just because of the texture that I'm using. But what I'm going today is showing you how you can actually create your own and set up custom skyboxes, as you can see here, just to give your project a little bit of a different look. And it doesn't have to be just space like this. This is just the one which I'm going with today. So this is what I'm going to be going over and creating today. So without further ado, let me delete all this and I'll show you how I've done it. So what we want to do first is we want to actually create a skybox texture. So what you can do is you can download your own HDR from somewhere else, or you can create one, as you can see here. So again, this is useful if you want to create your own space thing. So if you want to kind of nebula stuff, you can use this one. Just create your own kind of skybox here. You can see you can drag and recreate this, or this will just do it for you with a random seed, like so. And I'll leave a link in the description down below to all of these websites if you want to try them out for yourself. What I'm going to do is just download one, so let's just get any random one. For example, this one's fine for me. And then in here, I'm going to right click, save image as, then just save it anywhere, so I'll name it spacesky.png. And you'll notice this is a PNG. We want it to be a HDR. So again, I'll leave a link in the description down below to this website where you can simply convert the PNG into a HDR by dragging and dropping on here, and it will convert, and you can then just download it nice and easy, like so. So once it's done, you can once again just download it. So I've now got spacesky.hdr, like so. Then we can minimize this to go back into Unreal and simply just drag and drop this into our project. So we now have this in here. So let's go back in. You can see we now have this texture here. It's not texture 2D, it's a texture cube, which is very important. This needs to be a texture cube. So when you import it, if it's not a texture cube, you need to make sure it is actually a HDR file format. And I'm going to open up this texture straight away here.
Excuse me.
This. All we need to change in here is the MipGen settings to be from texture group to no mipmaps. Texture group to be from world to skybox, that one obviously makes sense, and the compression settings to be from HDR to use interface 2D. And this is just going to do multiple things. A, make sure it actually works. B, make it of higher quality, and C, also make sure it runs nice and efficiently for our game as well. And once you've done all that, we can save and close it. Now we just need to actually create material. So we can open up our content browser again, right click, and go to create a material, and name this one Space Skybox, or whatever it is that you want to name it, and also put material at the end there, opening it up straight away. Now there really isn't a lot to do in here. First things first though, we need to change the shading model in the bottom left from default lit to be unlit, like so. Oh, sorry, that's default lit, unlit there. And now you'll notice we now only have access to these three nodes here. We only need to use the emissive color, however. So what we're going to do is drag out of the emissive color, and we want to get texture, sample, parameter, cube, like so, under the parameters there on the cube one. Don't worry about the error, we're going to get to that in a second as we're still creating the code. Then in here, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to change the parameter or the texture to be our skybox texture, which we just created. So I named mine simply space sky, like so. And you can also give this a name as well if you wanted to the actual parameter, for example, skybox texture, just so you know what it is. Then this is obviously saying we need UVs, and that is accurate. So for the UV, we're going to drag out, and we want to get reflection vector, like so. We just want the bottom one, reflection vector WS. So we now have the custom world normal. And you can see this is already starting to take shape and look how we want. One other thing though is we need to actually define what this vector is.
Excuse me.
So if we hold down 3 and left click,
Oh
we get
man, why am I so tired?
And then you can obviously change these values about but 0, 0, 0 is going to work perfectly for me. And we can save and apply this, and this is now all we need to do. We've set up our skybox material. It's very simple. Again, you'll notice I've got a sharp line down the middle. That's just purely because of the texture I'm using. You'll notice it's got different colors on either side there. So for your own one, you want to make sure it's got a nice seamless tiling to it. Again, this is just a very quick one which I'm going over. So once you've done that, you can obviously close it. Then all we need to do is you need to select your sky sphere, which for me is just the static mesh sky sphere you get with Unreal, and obviously scaled up massively. So I just copied and pasted this from the default level. And then we're going to change the material to be the one we just created. So again, I named mine Space Skybox Matte, like so, and you'll notice we now have this material here. The sun is obviously absolutely massive with this texture, but again, you'll notice we've already now got our own custom Skybox material inside of our level. It is very quick and easy to do. Again, this texture is not an amazing one, but it gets the job done. It shows you what we created and more.
So Let's see. Could I find some kind of? Oh wait, this is Google. Thought I was back in Unreal already. Oh, sorry. Let's see. I guess we could just do Burbank. Burbank skyline. Maybe not skyline. Maybe Burbank PNG. Oh, wait a minute. No. I just need like a street view, you know what I'm saying? Street view, PNG. That's all I'm asking for. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Panoramic. I know where this is. I really do gotta go out and get my own, because it's not like it's not getting what I'm asking for. But then again, I don't really know how to ask what I'm asking for. I just need, like, if they took this picture, maybe like from this street light, and just took a panoramic of that. It don't really gotta be downtown Burbank. Oh, hold up. Guess I should have been more specific. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah, I never went on that field trip I said I was gonna go, where I was go and get my own picture. Oh, excuse me. Really? That's considered downtown Burbank? That's crazy. I never thought of it that way. Ooh, I'm sleepy, man. I don't even know why. I've done nothing all day. Well, nothing productive, that is. getting the exact angle that I'm looking for, or whatever I got in my head at least. It was a JPEG. Great. Let's see. Oh, well, you know what? Let's just use the image that they have. I'm going through all this trouble. Pretty sure the starter content comes with this. It's not really ideal, but it'll do. So play that back.
Show you how I've done it. So what we want to do first is we want to actually create a Skybox texture. So what you can do is you can download your own HDR from somewhere else, or you can create one, as you can see here. So
Ooh,
again,
sheesh.
you can create your own space thing. So if you wanted kind of nebula stuff, you can use this one. Just create your own kind of download one. So let's just get any random one. For example, this one's fine for me. So to go back in, you can see we now have this texture here. It's not a texture 2D, it's a texture cube, which is very important. This needs to be a texture cube. So when you import it, if it's not a texture cube, you need to make sure it is actually a HDR file format. And I'm going to open up this texture straight away here, and you'll notice we have something like this. All we need to change in here is the MIPGen settings to be from texture to no mipmaps.
Oh, well, let me not wanna. Just in case. Ooh, excuse me. I'm craving some Taco Bell, man. Oh, wait. Hold on. I wasn't done. Okay, so he said no mipmaps.
Texture group to be from world to skybox, that one's obviously makes sense, and the compression settings to be from HDR to user interface 2D, and this is just going to do multiple things. A, make sure it actually works, B, make it of higher quality, and C, also make sure it runs nice and efficiently for our game as well. And once you've done all that, we can save and close it. Now we just need to actually create the material. So we can open up our content browser again, right click, and go to create a material, and name this one Space Skybox.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Skybox.
Or whatever it is that you want to name it, and also put material at the end there, opening it up straight away. Now there really isn't a lot to do in here. First things first though,
There we go. Just
we need to change the shading model in the bottom left from default lit to be unlit, like so. Oh, sorry, that's default lit, unlit there. And now you'll notice we now only have access to these three nodes here, and we only need to use the emissive color, however. So what we're going to do is drag out of the emissive color, and we want to get texture, sample, parameter, cube, like so, under the parameters there, we've got the cube one. Don't worry about the error, we're going to get that in a second as we're still creating the code. Then in here, we're going to scroll down, and we'll change the parameter or the texture to be our Skybox texture, which we just created. So I named mine simply Space Sky, like so. And you can also give this a name as well if you wanted to the actual parameter, for example, Skybox texture, just so you know what it is. Then this is obviously saying we need UVs, and that is accurate. So
desert. I don't know what to name that thing. What was it? The name? HCRI Epic Courtyard. God dang, how many of these shits is in here? I really should have named something else. Oh, I guess I could have just. Should be this one. Yeah. Okay.
For the UV, we're going to drag out, and we want to get reflection vector like so. We just want the bottom one, reflection vector WS. So we now have the custom world norm. And you can see this is already starting to take shape and look how we want. One other thing though is we need to actually define what this vector is in a reflection vector. So if we hold down 3 and left click, we can get a vector 3 node here, and then you can obviously change these values about for what you want, but 0, 0, 0 is going to work perfectly for me. And we can save and apply this, and this is now all we need to do to set up our skybox material. It's very simple. Again, you'll notice I've got a sharp line down the middle. That's just purely because of the texture I'm using. You'll notice it's got different colors on either side there. So for your own one, you'd want to make sure it's got a nice and seamless tiling to it. Again, this is just a very quick one which I'm going over. So once you've done that, you can obviously close it. Then all we need to do is you need to select your sky sphere, which for me is just the static mesh sky sphere you get with Unreal, and obviously scaled up massively. So I just copied and pasted this from the default level. And then we're going to change the material to be the one we just created. So again, I named mine Space Skybox Matte, like so, and you'll notice we now have this material here. The sun is obviously absolutely massive with this texture, but again, you'll notice we've already now got our own custom Skybox material inside of our level. It was very quick and easy to do. Again, this texture is not an amazing one, but it gets the job done. It shows you what we created and what we've done. And now, if you're in an empty level like I am, this might be pitch black for you, like so.
What
or like it added in a directional light and gave it a slight colour to it, just to match the theme of the skybox a bit more. So maybe make it a bit more red or pinky, like that. So you get something along these lines. But I think blue is a good colour. But I think that'll be it for this video. So we've done everything we want to do. What we've done is we've set up and created some skybox material inside of our level. It was very cool to be the one we just created. So again, I named mine Space Skybox Matte, like so.
No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, shoot. I need the outliner. Here we go. Okay, which one of these is giving us that blue light? Wow. Okay, well, which one of us is giving us that black light? Wow. Well, this is fine and all, and this kind of helps, but then it just doesn't line up with what I got. So it's like, what the fuck? Skylight real-time capture enable ends in the scene. Use a sky atmosphere component. Yeah, but why though? Why though? Why though? It looks like there's a force field around my little city block. What's that about? Auto. Oh, auto. Oh, auto. Or maybe I could just... Oh, auto. Can't have to be like fucking seafoam green. Oh, auto. That's something. That is surely something. Surely something. Yet not entirely what I'm looking for. But it shall suffice for the time being. I really need to focus on the more pressing matters to make sure my level is where it needs to be. I do have a tendency to get a little distracted. The little things in the level seem to really grab my attention. What's up with that? I think I just kinda switched up accents mid-sentence there. Okay. Let's think. Do I want to do something with this? I think it would be a good idea to do something with that. And yet... Well, let's do more research. After I switch the songs up. Sheesh, man. The way I'm yawning, you think I didn't get no sleep last night? I did. I actually abruptly woke up this morning from my alarm. Why? I could not tell you. It's not like I got anywhere to be or anything. It's just kind of, Could not tell you. So what should I... Oh, yeah. Let me look up... I guess they're called Sky Rails. Let's see. Come on this little research journey with me. Sky Rails. Nope. That's not what I was... Above ground train. Do they have a name for this? An elevated railway, colloquially called an L or L train. Oh. Well, you learn something new every day. Did not know that. I thought that was just kind of, they designated this as the L train. It's a mass transit system operating on the tracks above street level, usually on concrete, steel, or brick viaducts. Okay. So how does this look? What are we looking at, bro? What am I looking at? We got train stations. We got the shits going to, fro, up, down, left, right. This is more or less what I'm thinking about. To have the train just go above. And it really wouldn't be a problem to, I got this little weird loop. That's not that big of a deal. It really wouldn't be a problem to... I don't know where I was going with this. What should I do with this train? Also, hold on. Let me fact check, bro. Should I make this train bigger? This thing looks fucking tiny, mate. Goodness gracious. Christ on a Barbie. Christ on a Barbie, I say. Looks like I could barely walk in it myself, let alone a crowd of people. During rush hour, no less. Let's see, how big is this thing? Okay. So it doesn't have to be massive because it is technically massive. Holy Christ on a log. That is a fair. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I was definitely not yawning like this a second ago as I was playing Overwatch, but now when I'm trying to be productive for at least the next 40 minutes, now it's like, yeah, Eddie, we can't do this. You want to get work done, brother? Nah, we gotta take a nap. To that I say, what do you mean take a nap? Eddie never takes naps. Not that I'm against naps or anything. It's just that naps, if I take a nap, then I'm not going to go to sleep tonight. When I want to go to sleep, at least. Like, it throws everything off. Okay. Oh, wait. Sure, maybe a transit system will work. Like a trolley, eh? A trolley system. It looks like I probably have to go through this direction, as I seem to have cut off what could be this direction. Imagine living right next to a SkyTrain, a L train. Like, it just breezes right past your window. Okay. So, is this far away? It's like a perspective thing? It might be. I don't think I didn't. Yeah, I didn't scale it up or anything. Let's see. So what would it be a problem to just adjust this a bit, eh? Quite frankly, that would kind of set me up for the best course of action. And maybe, just maybe, I could really salvage this, add some verticality to my little level. Add some verticality. Reality, mate. Reality. I don't really know much I don't remember much of the specifics about Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, outside of, you know, you being a pirate, a dirty dog. But I don't know why that one line from, I think her name was Bonnie, the little female pirate that was part of the story. I don't know what her and Edward Kenway was talking about, but it pretty much ended with her saying, reality, mate. Reality. I feel like if I do this, I gotta like make the street a little wider, eh? Wouldn't that make sense? Yeah, this is a 4-lane street. Got about 3 trolleys up there. Shit! Also, this supposed to be like a little magnetic monorail type of thing, or am I trying to say that actually? This is so jank. A trolley, eh? I feel like if I was an employer and I saw this, that would be my question. Like, how do you feasibly see a car going through this? And then this one has a little bike lane situation. I was so proud of that bike lane too. Well, I could take the bike lane away. It would make that a little better. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna make that way better. We at the E, mate. We at the E. Okay. And this would be easy to kind of scoot over since it's just a building. Really should like group this together. I know Legal had asked last time if Unreal was hard to learn. To that I say it's not really a difficult thing. Just more like any other design situation, it's tedious. But I wouldn't necessarily say this is hard. If you're asking like what exactly would be hard about this, probably trying to focus on what you're supposed to be doing. Cause like at least for me, I'm doing this and it's like, well actually I should probably do this instead. Or actually, this actually might be a good idea. Which ain't really wrong or bad or anything. It's just, oh, fuck. Okay. What is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? I was just thinking to myself, I was like, maybe I'll do this for like a couple hours just to, put some work in on it. And then maybe I'll hop back on something. Maybe maybe I'll play Firewatch. I know Legal had mentioned Firewatch the other day. Maybe I'll do that. I'll hop on Firewatch. Hell no, man. I'm about to, I don't know, eat some lunch and maybe, well, try not to fall asleep. Because like I said, I ain't trying to, I really don't want to if I don't have to. But I might lay down. I either lay down or I'll probably, I don't know, let me go get some sunlight. I feel like I've been inside for too long. Been inside for a longest time. Actually, probably back here to 7 inside dinner all day or all week. Not the best. I'm not really like a bragging or anything. I knew it. I knew that dirt. I just got the dirt to be where I want it to be. Why is it like it's transparent or something? Ugh. You know that thing that people do with their backs, where they'll cross their arms and they'll get somebody else like squeeze them, and it's supposed to like loosen up the back a bit. I need somebody to do that to me right now. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't been exercising lately, or amalgam of other reasons that are all plausible. But I feel, oh yeah, ooh, excuse me. I feel a little stiff. Let's see, where is the dirt? I don't know if y'all are, chronically online as I am, but one of the jokes that's kind of been going around for a bit is, would you rather go to jail for 6 months or be in jail for as long as it would take your mother to get through Elden Ring? And a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, damn near brother, he had sent it to me, and I love my family. I love my family to death. I would literally do anything for them. Nothing is off the table. I would literally do anything for them. That being said, I am not confident that anyone in my family has the ability or the patience, the know-how, dexterity, whatever you want to call it. I don't think, myself included, I've never tried to play Elden Ring, partially because I don't own it. I never took the time to buy it. But two, it's not really a game that looks appealing to me. I'm okay. I'm not trying to do that. But the joke is, would you rather be in jail for 6 months or be in jail for as long as it would take your mother to beat Elden Ring? And I pretty much told my friend that I would not trust any of my family with Elden Ring. I would not do that to myself. That sounds like a recipe for disappointment. And it's not like I think my older brother could do it. If he sat down and he just like really sat down and learned the game and whatnot, I think he could do it. I think my younger sister, I think she could do it. But mom, I don't know if my mom could do it. I don't know if my mom could get through Elden Ring. I feel like, cause mom, it's not like my mom isn't. It's not like she's not much of a gamer. Well, there's that. But it's just the systems and what I'd imagine is a intricate RPG with its own systems, and you got its own terminology. You know, we're not even talking about like the big head honcho. We're just talking about understanding a Souls like. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like these elements. Actually, that's not bad. I'm not going too far. All these, you have to understand all of these elements going into a Souls like, you know? And it's like, would my mom be able to understand these elements going into a genre of a video game that she has probably never heard of? Like, I don't even think my mom would know what Elden Ring is, let alone how to beat it. I mean, my parents, they played video games back in the day. And, you know, before they got super busy and whatnot, my mom has a Switch. I played Mario Party with her a bunch of times. But to go from, you know, Switch games and family stuff to Elden Ring, I love you, Mom. I'm actually going to see my parents in a couple of weeks. But I don't know if my mother has the dexterity and the patience. That's another thing. It's the patience that I feel like I don't think my family has that of. Not that they don't have patience, but it's more like, do they have the patience to learn this video game? Oops. Do they have the patience to learn this video game? Because our family has patience. I mean, my older brother has children, so gotta have patience for that. My older sister also has children, gotta have patience for that. But do they have patience to sit there and learn a game as involved as Elden Ring? That's the question at hand here. And to that, I don't know. Again, I'm a little skeptical. I might have just taken 6 months. I guess you could say something like, well, you know, if they know that you're in jail for as long as they have to play, then they would lock in. They would like learn the game and do what they got to do. And it's like, you make an excellent point. Well, who knows? Well, you know, my brother, he plays, like I said, I think I mentioned it the other day, but he has a Switch. He has all the consoles. He has a Switch, an Xbox, a PlayStation. And every time I find him with some free time between, you know, being a parent and making sure his house is in order to his profession, every time I see him with some free time, playing Pokemon. Whatever Pokemon is on the Switch, he's playing that one. And I'm just like, I'm not discrediting your skills, but to go from Pokemon to Elden Ring, I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother. But it begs the question, though. It's like, Eddie, in that case, could you do it? Like, if your brother or your sister went to jail, do you think you could beat Elden Ring in under 6 months? Yes. Yes, I could beat Elden Ring in under 6 months. I think that is a long time frame. I think you're if you don't think you could beat Elden Ring in 6 months as a gamer, you are underestimating how long 6 months is. we have just passed the 6-month period in 2026. And I don't know about y'all, but 2026 has felt like an ordeal. Between job hunting, between opening Twitter and seeing insert headline there, the shit with Iran and gas prices, to I don't know, the World Cup. It's like there's always something, and we're only 6 months. We got 6 more months of this. We got 6 more months. Y'all better lock in, cause this shit here ain't stopping for nobody. We have 6 more months, brother. It's cool. Yeah, I definitely think if it was up to me, in that case, like, you don't even gotta worry about like whatever the societal cheese of Elden Ring is. Like, I think the running joke is that Rivers of Blood or whatever it's called is like the cheese way of winning. Bro, it don't matter. Using mimics is a cheese way of playing Elden Ring. It doesn't matter, brother. My goal is not to win based on whatever you think is how I should win. My goal is to get my brother out of jail, because the longer I take playing this damn game is the longer he's in there. So I need to lock in and get my brother out of jail. I imagine this would be like a corner store, but then I put like this little thing up here, and it's like, what kind of corner store has a balcony? What the heck is that about? But then I was like, driving through Burbank, or not Burbank, driving to and from my job, going through like all the little shops and whatnot. They come in all sorts of varieties and arrays. And some of those shops be having a second floor, and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, is this like a Kim's convenience store type of thing, where they got the business or the shop on the first floor, and then they got like a house up there, like a, I don't know, like a 2-3 bedroom apartment up there? Like, how does this work? How does this work? I already got the size over there. I'm trying to think. I'm still getting drawn back to this. I feel like this could be like a parking lot. Oh, what am I looking at? Oh, there we go. This could easily be a parking lot. Trying to think if I can make like a little gate type of thing. Radical beam. I will start talking about like One Piece series and stuff, but I don't want to attract people that read the manga and they come in here and be like, oh, by the way, Luffy dies in like 3 chapters. I'm like, all right, dog, cool. Thank you for that. Yep, no problem, bud. Just wanted to spread the joy and the good news. All right, yep. Thank you. Thank you for ruining my day, pretty much. But, you know, it's cool. Oh, by the way. Zoro gets his arm chopped off. What? Like, huh? Like, I'm not trying to... I don't really want to do all that. I know I should. Experience designer. That sounds pretty cool. I should just start reading. Just read the manga. But I really do enjoy just watching, bruh. I prefer to just watch. Like the episode with, I'm already going down a tangent. But the episode with Saul and the episode with Saul, I feel like that episode just gets elevated because of the orchestra. Or maybe not the orchestra, but because of the song choice. Like, it's a good scene. It's a great scene. I just feel like the scene itself is better because of the music. And that's why I enjoy the anime rather than reading the manga. I think I tried, maybe not One Piece. I think I tried to read Naruto a long time ago. I remember I had got, this might be like a Scholastic Book Fair type of thing. I had got a copy of Naruto's manga back in around middle school or something. This was during the Sasuke retrieval arc. Just to tell you how old it was. This is during the Sasuke retrieval arc. And I was confused because I was like, wait a minute. This hasn't happened yet. Like, I know what's happening because, you know, me and my family, we watch it on Toonami every Saturday. But it's like, wait, what do you mean Choji is fighting Jirobo? Like, wait. The Sasuke retrieval team, they're still stuck in his little rock trap. They've been in there for like a couple episodes now. What do you mean Choji's the one that's gonna step up and fight him? Like, what the wait, huh? And then I tried to keep up with it. It's just that my family, I think we couldn't keep buying the mangas. I think that's what it was. I think we just couldn't keep buying them. And so I think I read that, and then that was probably like the last Naruto manga I read. It wasn't the first manga I read. The very first manga I read, I'll never forget. Again, found out at the Scholastic Book Fair. The Scholastic Book Fair was literally the place to be, bro. I know it's like all jokes and like if I had money now, I would be balling out at the Scholastic Book Fair. That's so facts. Like if I had money now, I'm trying to get a little physical physical media collection going. I'm saddened at myself at how long it's taken me to kind of come up to this understanding, but I'm trying to. I would like to get some physical media. Like I wanted to get some video games, all the video games that I sold to GameStop back in the day, to some manga, and to all the mangas that I'm interested in, at least. So like One Piece, Naruto, Full Metal Alchemist, like I'll just all my favorites, you know. And then I wanted to get like some like sitcoms and cartoons that I liked. Like every time I go to Walmart, I'll just peruse the little DVD section. I saw they had like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine, just like a complete box set. She was like $40, $50 for all 8 seasons, I think it is. I think it's 8 seasons. Oh man. It's cool. It's cool. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I don't want to keep like growing my little starter platform, because I feel like I'm gonna keep doing it, and then this is going to grow into something that's even bigger than what I was trying to do in the first place. I mean, that's not a bad thing per se. In this case, more would be more, but it's like I was trying to do something small so that I could then continue on to work on another, you know, and just a different project. And yet here we are. It started off as just gonna be like a little street corner, or like a really decorative street corner. And now it has turned into like a city block. It's cool. It's cool. Almost reached that 2-hour mark, but I feel like I've barely done anything. Let's get this parking lot situated. I don't really have like a car metric to go on, unfortunately. This little face is cracking me up. Oh, here's where all my shit is. Install from launcher. Little backyard. So hold on, let's view in launcher. Ugh, I can't just import it into my project. It's always something, man. I guess it'd be a good time to see what kind of free game does Epic have going on right now. Okay. Export targets. I believe this is 5.5. Okay, no, don't do that right now, bro. I'm mid. Y'all making me nervous. Hold up, man. Yeah, this is 5.5. that car go? We want 5.5 in a Unreal Engine format. Create project? No. No, bro, please. 5.6? Why does it matter? That's my question. Custom? Hold up. I don't want to create a project, man. I just want to import it. Why is it so difficult? I just want to import it into my pre-existing project. It's fine. Oh. It's fine. It's cool. On disk. Yeah, I pretty much wanted to kind of use these modular packs to make just different environments. Maybe that's what I'll do. My little squirrel will actually pay for that. That's for a different project. It'll come off the ground eventually. I just need to do it. Alright, we're getting distracted. A little off task. Let's just... I believe parking lots for like office buildings usually have like that. Yeah, they usually got the one line in front of the, yeah. Yeah, well actually, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, it makes more sense. And so, this looks fine. I could always just adjust this whenever I do import that car model in. I'm gonna get that car model. I don't know why it's specifically 5.6. Or more specifically, I don't know why, if it's a higher format, why can't they just kind of instinctively downgrade to a lower format? Like, what's that about? What's that about? Y'all see that commercial? Not commercial. Well, who does commercials anymore? All under the umbrella of ads now. But that trailer for that Hexed movie that Disney's making, I was seeing so much, not vitriol or not really like hate. It seems like warranted hate for the most part, but it's like people. It seemed like it feels a teeny bit forced. For one reason or another. It just seemed like it was a teeny bit forced. To where it's like, people were saying, I think they were like comparing it to like the Owl House. Because I guess I've never seen Owl House. I think I've seen a couple episodes. My sister-in-law's daughter, she was like a fan of the show. And so I think one time when I was babysitting, she wanted to watch the Owl House whatever. But I think people were comparing it to the Owl House, in which another Disney property that I think it got canceled. And apparently there are a lot of similarities from this trailer, what seems to be like a little coming of age story that has to do with magic, where the main character gets swept up into this Loki just kind of gets isekai'd into a magical world, and so the person has to I'm assuming they get swept up into the new world, probably gets caught up into whatever the problem of the world is that they have to solve. And then bada bing, bada boom, they learn some sort of valuable lesson about, I don't know, honor and respect. And they realize that, oh, my parents were just trying to help me the whole time. And then they're going to go back to mom and dad and be like, I'm so sorry, I missed you, whatever, I have magic now. All that to say, people were really giving that movie such hate, bro. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here from the perspective of, I am one of the people who've been clamoring for anime or original movies. Just original ideas in theaters, you know. So like, I like a superhero movie here and there. I'll probably go see Supergirl, not this weekend. I'm sure it's probably going to be crowded, so that's no bueno for me. But I'll probably go see it next week, sometime next week. But I enjoy superhero movies. I love superheroes. But at the same time, it's like, you know, let's mix it up. I saw Is God Is with a friend. That was a good movie. It was, you know, yeah, it's a little, I think it's based on a screenplay, I was told. But, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I feel like it needs to be bigger. It's a little open space, you know, to ideally fit, like, 2 cars. But, like, I thought it was good. But, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, people saw the trailer, and at first they accused it of AI, which I'm not gonna lie. I looked at that trailer and I was like, there might be a little trail color. There might be some traces of AI in this somewhere. I just can't prove it. I can't prove it, but I'm looking at this trailer with a huge, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's just because our brains have been shown that art style in conjunction with AI, to where it's like, yeah, that's just what we think AI looks like. That's just what we have conditioned ourselves to think AI looks like now. Is that what AI looks like? I don't. Or well, yes, it is. But like, does the movie have anything to do with AI? I'd like to say no, but it is Disney. Disney is a corporation, so it is highly possible. I'd like to say no, but it is Disney, and Disney is a business at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Disney is a business. They do not give a flying rat's ass about you. They just want your money. They want your money. The green, brothers, the green. They don't care about you. They don't care whose money it is. They just want it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Disney does. If they did like sneakily put some AI framework or use AI to animate this. It'd be a shame, it'd be a shame, yes, but you know, again, Disney is a business, and they're trying to make money. So who knows? That being said, though, assuming that it wasn't AI, I think the the movie looks pretty good. I think it looks like a fun coming of age movie about a kid that finds out that they have magic, or finds out that magic is real. I think a story like that is a story that damn near all kids can relate to, you know, because like magic is cool. I like magic. You like magic. So we'll see. I think it comes out in 2027, so I'm fairly certain we won't be hearing anything about this movie for a minute. That being said, though, there's another movie that DreamWorks, I believe, is doing. And DreamWorks, I think the movie is based on, or it's supposed to be about these two girls who get swept up into this island in which, if they don't escape in time, they lose all their memories. And they're pretty much childhood best friends. So it's like, you know, you lose all your memories, and it's like, what the fuck? And I think the little subplot is that the two girls, though they're adults now, they were slowly growing apart, or something like that. Something like that. But that movie looks pretty good. It looks like it'll be good. It looks like it'll be sad, in the sense that, you know, as an adult, or as a pseudo adult, I really don't consider myself an adult just yet. I'm still working on it. But as a little pseudo adult, so you can relate to just growing apart, you know? Like, I know I said that all the people that I've considered friends over the years, I still consider them friends. That much is true. But it's also true that I probably haven't talked to those guys, any of them, from like high school, middle school, in a long time. Not like it's anybody's fault, you know, I'm also to blame for not reaching out or whatever. And like, you think back to like middle school or high school, those summers and stuff. Like, for me, it's like playing tennis, or the couple of days where the teacher would let one of us bring one of our consoles to class, and so in the mornings she would let us just kind of play video games. And because we had her for like first period, we would just kind of be there playing video games literally up until school started. And she was cool with it. And now it's like I ain't spoke to them. It's like people you see every day. Now it's like I ain't spoke to that dude in a minute. And like I said, as far as I'm aware, not for any malicious reason. It's just niggas, you know, have shit to do. Niggas got shit to do. World don't revolve around you, Eddie. Niggas got shit to do. And it just so happens that the shit that they gotta do ain't got nothing to do with you. I feel like this is looking a little too realistic, to where it's like, I don't know, like I'm losing the plot. It's not really like there was a plot to begin with, but it's like, you know. Should this stop here? Or should this... I don't know. This kind of reminds me of the little doctor's office that I would go to whenever I get sick. And so now, ideally, I could like take a pic or look at it from this background. I need to do something with that. Honestly, I might just take this building and plaster it around. Yeah, that might be like the easy solution. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Not too many reflections. So it's not the worst idea. It's definitely not the worst idea. Let's see. Oh, I actually got the dirt. Let me execute this idea, and then I'm gonna go and get some Lolonche. Pretty sure I got some leftover spaghetti in the fridge. It really is like a when in doubt. Just make like a bowl of a big pot of meat sauce and spaghetti. When in doubt, if you don't really know what you want to eat, but you don't really want to. You don't really want to devote that much effort in the kitchen. Meat sauce and spaghetti, man. It's a literal lifesaver. A literal lifesaver. Honestly, one of the things I used to do in college was just make the meat sauce. And use ramen noodles as the noodles. You know, since ramen was cheap and all. I believe that's everything. Because ramen was cheap, I would just kind of use the ramen noodles as the spaghetti. Probably wasn't the healthiest solution, that much is for sure. But in terms of just like a struggle meal type of thing. I'm missing one. Looks like everything. Honestly, it worked out for me. Like I said, it wasn't the healthiest solution, I'll give you that. But it got the job done. I was fed. I was full. Can't really complain too much. Did this just crash on me? Bro. Let me save first, please. Please let me save first. Don't do this to me. Oh, thank God. You know what? That might have been a sign. Let me take my dubs where I can. You at 215? Well, it's lined up perfectly. All right, let me go and get some lunch. Catch up on some animes. Maybe play the game. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it because last time I tried to stream something, that shit the bed. But I did. Honestly, yeah, I should probably save it just in case. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I'm gonna go get some lunch. This is productive. This is productive adjacent, so you know, a dub is a dub. But y'all take it easy. I probably won't be streaming this weekend, but I might be streaming next week. But I do have family coming over, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, just keep an eye on that notification. But I'll catch y'all later. Appreciate you coming to hang out. And while I just try to be productive, so this was nice. I'm gonna see if I can keep doing this more often. But that being said, y'all take these and I'll be out of here.